Will that mean a lot more work for you?
Not initially. I've got to see Arthur about the marketing, and there'll be a few interstate trips to set up retail outlets.
Anna be going?
No. No, she's leaving all that to me. As a matter of fact, she's leaving for Hong Kong tomorrow evening.
Business or pleasure?
A bit of both, actually. By the way, darling, I've promised to take her to the airport, so I'll be late home.
Yes, well, I'll be late too. I'll fix us up something quick for dinner.
I can do it.
No, it's all right.
You said I've got to do my share around the house. It's no problem.
Well, you must admit you haven't tried his cooking. He may be better than you.
All right then, Nick. Thank you.
All right, Cavelli, you can go.
Next.
Oh, lucky last.
Be quiet, Smith.
I want to know what happened to Gaffney.
So do I.
Who did it, Smith?
Well, it wasn't me. Scout saw her. You can ask Officer Knox if you like. I was in the recreation room the whole time.
I believe someone else did it at your instigation.
Have you ever considered it just might not be one of us for a change?
You are suggesting it was a member of staff. Do you have any proof?
No, but I got my suspicions.
So have I. And they lie strongly in your direction.
Ah, please yourself. But if I can't get anything out of the women, you've got Buckley's.
I am determined to wipe out this kind of violence, Smith.
Well, in that case, you better start recruiting your screws from the Salvation Army and quit blaming us for everything that goes wrong in
Smith.
here.
It's all right, Miss Bennett. Very well, Smith, you can go, but don't think you've heard the end of this.
Officer Knox. Mrs. Davidson, are you going to call in the police?
I don't think so. We can't be sure that Mr. Harrison is not involved. On the other hand, if he is, well, the department prefers to keep its own house in order. You'd better keep Gaffney in the hospital overnight. I know the doctor said she was fit, but we can't allow her to go back with the other prisoners. I'll speak to Mr. Harrison in the morning.
Yes, Mrs. Davidson.
Jim, how's Gaffney?
Well, the doc pronounced her fit. It'd take more than a bump on the head to crack that particular skull.
Any leads on the basher?
No, I was hoping you could tell me that.
No, not a thing. A list of Gaffney's enemies would read like a muster sheet.
Yeah, there'd be quite a few people anxious to get at her, wouldn't there?
Oh, too right. Like when I found her in a cell after Smith's mob had been at her.
Yes, I had thought of that. You sure it was Smith?
Oh, yeah, it was Smith. Oh, no, wait a minute. You don't think I had anything to do with it?
Well, Gaffney did mention it. Something about a bottle of scotch and a tape. Vera searched the cell for it, but she said it was missing.
Tape? What tape?
A recording she claims to have made of you offering to smuggle in some grog for her.
Oh, no, come on. That's a heap of crap. Look, Jim, she's trying to frame me. Just because I said her information wasn't worth a cracker.
What'd you buy your information with, Terry?
Oh, look, Jim, all I did was put a few bets on the outside for her. You know, turn a blind eye, the sort of thing we discussed, you know, gain their confidence. Look, I wouldn't risk trafficking.
Good. I just had to hear you say it.
Oh, no, Jim, we go back a long way. I'm surprised you even thought it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but I had to mention it.
Vera, did you find anything in Gaffney's cell?
What?
Well, the scotch, the tapes. Did she tell you where she hid it?
Well, then they do exist.
Yeah, look, I thought you might have found it and covering up for me.
No.
Bloody hell. Well, she hasn't got it. Who has?
Oh, no. I've seen that movie once. I've seen it a dozen times. Oh, that's my cue for bed. Bob?
Oh, sorry, darling. I was just running the sales figures through my head.
She says I can't leave my work at the office. I'm going to bed.
I'll be in shortly.
Oh, after you fixed up your trial balance?
Yeah. Good night.
No. Night, Nick.
Night.
Well, how's it all going, Nick? And the job and everything.
Fine. I mean, as long as you're happy.
Oh, I have no complaints. You seem to be doing quite well at the job, and, well, I'm quite happy for you to be staying here.
But what?
Well, I'd rather you didn't interfere in our personal lives, Meg's and mine.
What do you mean?
Look, Nick, I'm sure I don't have to spell it out to you. Meg and I have a very honest and open relationship.
You mean I mucked things up for you by telling her about the Swedish bird? You were making a bloody good contact there.
There was absolutely nothing to tell. Anna was just a very important business contact. Meg knows that. I told her, and I'm telling you now, Nick. Either you stop trying to cause trouble between us, or you can find somewhere else to live. Now, what's it to be?
Fair enough. I'll be more careful from now on.
Hey, Bill. Hi. How's the hangover?
Don't ask.
What was all that about?
Oh, he told me yesterday he had to go to a bucks night. A mate of his got married for the third time. I think they'd learn after a while, wouldn't you?
I don't know what you're so happy about with the trouble you're in.
Well, I don't want to burden everybody with my problems. It'll work out.
At least you now know why I tried to warn you. You can't make deals with the scum in here. There's certainly no such thing as honour among thieves in Wentworth.
All right, you made your point. Once bitten, twice shy. I just didn't want you to get mixed up in it.
Look, Terry, I know these women better than you, and I know what they're capable of doing. I'm not going to have any of them hold anything over an officer. It affects discipline all round.
Yeah. I don't think we'll find anything now anyway.
Oh, yes, we will. B. Smith and her cronies are at the bottom of this, and they won't be able to resist telling us. If we keep our eyes open, we'll find out who's got the tape and the scotch.
All right. Hey, one way we could find out who the thief is. See who's got a hangover. Hey, maybe it's Bill.
Well, I'm at a loss. There isn't one prisoner who can't prove her whereabouts at the time Gaffney was bashed.
Well, there's still Burns and Trapp.
Well, Doreen says she was in the toilet, and Mrs. Hill confirms there was someone in the cubicle. As for Heather Trapp, well, can you see her attacking someone like Gaffney? The poor girl's afraid of her own shadow most of the time.
Yes, well, I hate to say it, Mrs. Davidson, but could it be a member of staff?
Well, it is a possibility, however distasteful.
Do you want to call on the police?
I'd prefer to deal with the matter internally, but a crime has been committed.
Well, on the other hand, the police probably won't be able to dig up any more information than we can. We do know the women better than they do.
I want this matter cleared up.
Well, so do I. It seems a pity to waste police time on what could possibly turn out to be just a squabble between prisoners.
Yes, very well. In any case, we can't allow Gaffney to go back with the other women. A transfer's out of the question at the moment, so isolation is the only alternative.
Right. I'll arrange it for you. I think you've made the right decision, Mrs. Davidson.
I hope so.
Morning, Gaffney.
What do you want? Come back to finish the job, have you?
I don't think I'm stupid enough to hit you, do you? I'm in enough trouble with that tape recording you made.
Don't come the raw prawn. You took the tape and the scotch after you bashed me.
Oh, I didn't bash you. Somebody did that.
There you go, then. Someone's running around the prison with enough evidence to get you kicked out for good. You can't trust anyone these days, can you?
Who was it, Gaffney?
You want to know? You go find out.
Well, you must have some idea. How's your head?
What's it to you?
Well, if you're okay, I'll put you back in with the other women. Well, one of them might want another go at you.
You threatening me?
I mean, you can't stay here forever, can you?
I can look after myself.
What's going on?
He's threatening me, Mr. Fletcher.
You're taking a bit of a risk, aren't you, being alone with her after her accusation?
I got nothing to hide.
Yeah, maybe not. But at times like these, it pays to have a witness around. You make sure you've got an officer with you when you're with Gaffney in future. And as for you, Gaffney, you can forget about trying to set up an officer. You'll get nowhere without any proof. Get your dressing gown on.
Why?
Because you're being transferred to the isolation wing.
What? If you want to get rid of me, why don't you send me to Barnhurst?
Just do as you're told. You can come with me. I'm taking no chances with that one.
Yeah, love. We'll work for you.
Okey spadoky, Judy, baby.
She's a happy little Vegemite today. What got into her?
Oh, I don't know. I think the nurse gave her some pills for a gastro. It must have set her high.
How come she's working if she's crook?
Beats me.
Oh, terrific. Listen, any word on who bashed Margot?
No.
How about you lot? Any word from the other blocks?
Well, if none of the women did it, B, they keep them quiet about it.
Well, you spread the word. It's me that wants to know, not one of the screws, so whoever did it's got to come and tell me.
What are you going to do? Give them a medal?
Yeah, something like that. Chances are whoever bashed Margot also took her grog. I don't want them staggering around blind drunk giving the game away, do I?
Maybe Terry took it back.
Well, then why give it to her in the first place?
Well, maybe she wouldn't come across.
I don't believe that story for a minute. She's got to be lagging for him.
What are you up to?
Well, actually, Vera, I reckon we might dash down to the pub for lunch. You want to join us?
Yeah, I'm desperate for a scotch and soda.
Make mine a scotch on the rocks.
I'll be watching you very carefully, Smith.
Don't you always, Vera?
Well, I must admit it's years since I've been skiing, but I used to be quite good.
When you come to Sweden, we will go, you and I.
Well, I was rather hoping that my next European holiday would be in summer.
Oh, this is good. We can go sailing. Have you sailed in Stockholm?
No.